Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we learned about the two perpendicular simple harmonic motion when superimposed with each other, they form Lissajous figure. Today, we are going to discuss another very important topic in this chapter, which is nothing but the standing waves. So, how standing waves are formed and what are the conditions for the formation of standing waves, we are going to discuss in this lecture. Okay, so first of all, we see how the standing waves are formed. When two waves, when two waves having same frequency, same amplitude, traveling along the same path but in opposite direction, superimpose with each other or interfere with each other, they form a standing wave, or it is also called as a stationary wave. Why it is called a stationary wave? Because we know that what is the function of wave? Wave is nothing but a form by which the energy can transfer from one point to another point. But in this case, the energy is not transferred, but the wave remain in a localized region in a limited space. So such type of wave is called as a stationary wave. So what is the physical structure of stationary wave? We know that in a transverse wave there are crest and troughs are formed. In longitudinal wave, compressions and rarefactions are formed. In stationary waves, there are node and antinodes are formed. So what is the physical structure of the wave? How this wave look like? We are going to see here. Look at here. So stationary waves is look like this in which nodes and antinodes are alternately produced. How the nodes and antinodes? What are node and antinode? Nodes are the point in which the amplitude of vibration is minimum, it is approximately equal to 0, and antinode are the particles which can vibrate with the maximum amplitude. So this is the main difference between node and antinode. Node are the point which can vibrate with the minimum amplitude, which is approximately equal to 0, means they remain stationary. But what are the antinode? Antinode are the point which can vibrate with the maximum amplitude. Now we are going to see some properties of the standing wave, stationary waves. The first property is that how they are formed. How they are formed. Stationary wave or standing waves are formed when two waves having same frequency, same amplitude, but traveling in an opposite direction, superimpose with each other, they form a stationary wave. So what is the first condition? How they are formed? They form when two waves having same frequency, amplitude, and they are traveling in an opposite direction. Then a standing wave is formed between the two rigid supports. This is the first property of the standing wave. Now the second property is that the particles which vibrate with the minimum amplitude, they are called as the nodes. The particles which vibrate with the minimum amplitude, they are called as nodes, and the particles which can vibrate with the maximum amplitude, they are called as the antinodes. Third property, the distance between two successive node or two successive antinode. As we say, node and antinode are alternately produced, means the distance between node, the successive node or the successive antinode will be same. So the distance between two successive node or two successive antinode is called or is equal to, it is equal to lambda divided by 2. So we can write the distance between two successive nodes, it is equal to lambda by 2, or it is the distance between two successive antinode, which is also equal to lambda by 2. Now, what is the distance between one antinode and the adjacent node? Then the distance between this node and this antinode is equal to the half of this lambda by 2, which is equal to lambda by 4. So the distance between antinode and node is equal to lambda by 4. Now, compression and rarefaction as well as crest and trough are formed alternately, and due to which this node and antinode are formed alternatively. The resultant velocity of the stationary wave is equal to 0. As we see, the velocity in a particular direction is taken as a positive, then the velocity in opposite direction is taken as a negative. So we can say that the average velocity of the standing wave is equal to 0. So these are some properties of the stationary wave, and we also see that what are the conditions for the formation of the stationary wave. Now we are moving towards the analytical treatment of the formation of stationary wave, how the stationary waves are formed and what are the conditions for node and antinodes. Okay. For that, we must consider two simple harmonic waves, simple harmonic progressive wave. For example, consider that there are two waves. It is y1 is equal to a sine 2 pi small t upon capital T minus x by lambda. This is a simple harmonic progressive wave which is traveling along the positive direction of the x-axis. So we need to consider another wave which is traveling in opposite direction, means in the negative direction of x-axis. So suppose that wave is y2 is equal to a sine 2 pi, it is small t upon capital T plus x upon lambda. So these are two waves which are traveling along the same path but in the opposite direction. Then they mix with each other and they form stationary wave. How the stationary waves are formed? Suppose this y is equal to y1 plus y2. So we can write here, this is a, we write here sine 2 pi small t upon capital T minus x by lambda plus sine 2 pi small t upon capital T plus x upon lambda. Okay, now this can be solved with the trigonometric identity which state that sine of A plus sine of B, it is equal to twice A or twice sine A plus B divided by 2 into cos A minus B divided by 2. So by using this formula we can find out this expansion. So we can write here it is equal to A in bracket So it is equal to twice sine. Now consider this is equal to A and this is equal to B. So when we add these two angles and divide it by 2, we get it is small t upon capital T, because this is 2 pi small t upon capital T. Here this minus x upon lambda and plus x upon lambda, they get cancelled, into cos 2 pi. If we subtract this from this, we get here x divided by lambda. So what we get, it is equal to twice a cos 2 pi x divided by lambda into sin 2 pi small t upon capital T. Now we can substitute this whole value, so we can write that y is equal to a sin 2 pi small t upon capital T, as the term x upon lambda, which is related with the displacement and the wavelength of a standing wave, is absent in this equation. So we can conclude that as the term x upon lambda is absent in this equation, so this equation represents a wave which is known as a standing wave. It is also known as a standing, or it is also called as a stationary wave. So this equation represents the stationary wave because there is an absence of a term related with the displacement and wavelength of the stationary wave. Now, what are the conditions? What are the conditions for the formation of node and antinode? We already defined node and antinode. What are nodes? Nodes are the points which can vibrate with the minimum amplitude. And what are the antinodes? They can vibrate with the maximum amplitude. So by using this equation, we can find out the condition for the formation of node as well as antinode. So the first condition is for the antinode, formation of antinode. So where the antinodes are formed? So we know antinodes are the point which can vibrate with the maximum amplitude. So we can consider here this amplitude A must be equal to plus minus twice A, where this A is nothing but the amplitude of the wave. Okay, so what is A is equal to? We substitute this equal to twice A cos 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to plus minus twice A. Now we are going to solve this equation. This twice A get cancelled, so we can write here this cos 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to plus minus 1. Okay, so cos of what angle is comes to be plus minus 1. So therefore this 2 pi x upon lambda must be equal to either it is 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. It means it must be equal to n pi, where this n is any integer, either it is odd or even. So this 2 pi x is equal to 0, pi, 2 pi. This is the necessary condition. What is this? This is nothing but a path difference, and this path difference is equal to, it is a phase difference which is equal to 0, pi, 2 pi. If this condition is satisfied, there must be a formation of antinode. So we are going to solve this equation and we are find out at what positions the antinodes are forming. So suppose this 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to 0, then we get x equal to 0. If this 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to pi, then we get this x is equal to, we get lambda by 2. As we continue, we get the antinodes at lambda. So when we find out where are the antinodes are formed, we get x equal to 0 means if an antinode is formed at x equal to 0, then the next antinode will be formed after a distance of lambda by 2. Then the next antinode will be formed at equal to lambda means it is a wavelength, and the next will form at 3 lambda by 2. So we can say that where are these antinodes are formed, what is the condition for the formation of antinode? The formation of antinodes are equal to, what is this? This is 0, this is lambda by 2. So we can say that it is a multiple of lambda by 2, or we can say that it is the even multiple of lambda by 2. So we can write here, this is n lambda by 2. So this is the condition for the formation of antinode. Where the antinodes are formed, the antinodes are formed at this condition, this n lambda by 2. Now this is the condition for antinode. Now we are moving towards the condition of nodes, where the nodes are forming. So what are nodes? Nodes are the point which can vibrate with the minimum amplitude. And what is the minimum amplitude? The minimum amplitude is approximately equal to 0. So we can write here condition for nodes, and where the amplitude is equal to 0. So we can write here twice a cos 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to 0. So we can write here cos 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to 0. Therefore this 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to 5 by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, etc., which is nothing but the odd multiple, that is twice n plus 1 of 5 by 2. It is the odd multiple of 5 by 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Now we are finding where are the nodes are formed. Therefore this x is equal to, or we can do that 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, so this x is equal to lambda by 4. If we keep 2 pi x upon lambda is equal to 3 pi by 2, then this is lambda or x is equal to 3 lambda by 4. In this way the nodes are formed at 5 lambda by 4, x is equal to 7 lambda by 4. So where are the nodes are forming? The nodes are forming at, what are the condition? The condition is that this x must be equal to the odd multiple of lambda by 4. Okay, so there must be the formation of nodes. So in this lecture we learn about what are the standing waves, how the standing waves are formed, physical structure of standing wave, some properties of standing wave, and then we see the formation of stationary wave by analytical method, and then some conditions for the formation of antinode and nodes. So today we discuss all about the standing wave. In the next lecture we are going to discuss the Newton's formula for the velocity of sound in air. So this is enough for today. Have a good day. Bye.